All right, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to talk about Gervonta Davis, man, getting scammed on ESPN, man, by Max Kellerman. Dude, Max Kellerman and ESPN, dude, you just guys are just so loaded with things you do. And then, but also, he talks about Teofimo Lopez, and dude tells something that I think is pretty obvious to see, and that is that Teofimo Lopez ain't gonna fight Gervonta Davis for two reasons. And we'll talk about what those two reasons are in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So Gervonta Davis pretty much dogs Teofimo Lopez and says, dude is just big. He's not as skilled a fighter as me, and that's why he don't want to fight me. That's why he would move up in weight, right? Because he's not that good. Straightforward answer from Gervonta Davis to Max Kellerman, and one that I can't say that I necessarily agree with, but then again, I am not Gervonta Davis, and what his opinion is what we talking about. So let's go into this, man. But also, Max Kellerman is just a scam, all right? A complete and utter scam. This guy or his producers are a scam. Like, I have to remember sometimes that, like, when I do my videos, I am my own producer, right? So I do have talking points in front of me on a computer screen, right? But I wrote these, okay? I wrote these because I got to get a lot of points in 10 minutes, and I want to make sure that I don't forget them, so they're right there, right? But these are my thoughts. I do the lighting, right? I do the video processing. I do the sound. I do all of this, right? With Max Kellerman, that's not the case. Max Kellerman has a team of producers that tell him what to think, right? Tell him what to say, tell him what to talk and what we're trying to accomplish in this particular show. I can only imagine, because the things that he said to Gervonta Davis were patently stupid. But this is not the first time when Max Kellerman's saying things that are just patently stupid. So I just have to believe that he's really not that stupid. He's just really reading off a script. Similar to Andre Ward. Andre Ward, you're not that stupid. You're just reading off a script. That's okay. It's your job. You're a company man. As long as you understand and I understand, we're cool. However, please understand that I'm going to help other people understand that you're full of it and you're being a company man, and all that stuff is written by somebody else to push an agenda that your bosses want pushed. Okay? That's what it is, and that's what happened on this interview between Gervonta Tank Davis and Max Kellerman. Now, the interview starts off with him asking about Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz fight, right? Because that's the fight that's being covered. Gervonta Davis is doing his media rounds, talking to big media, right? I'm not gonna say old media, new media, and that's no disrespect to new media. It's just I'm not new media, and I'm not media. So I just think these guys are very good media that I like, that people should listen to about the sport of boxing, but they are smaller. These guys are really, really big, and they're absolutely full of crap because they are just pushing corporate agendas. So that's the distinction that I'm going to draw for the time being. Now, in the midst of this interview, Max Kellerman asked Gervonta Davis, because this is what they do, right? We're here to talk about Gervonta Davis, but now we're going to turn this interview into how can we celebrate our fighter? So, and this has happened before. It happened to Shakur Stevenson. If you go back a little bit in time, before Shakur Stevenson fought, can't remember who it was that he fought, but he did an interview with Max Kellerman. And after the interview, he was like, man, I don't even get my own spot in this interview. I'm getting interviewed about my fight, and all you keep doing, Max Kellerman, is talk to me about Teofimo Lopez. Y'all remember that? Max Kellerman has already done this to Shakur Stevenson. So now he comes to do it to Gervonta Davis. Now, he asked Gervonta Davis about the fight and, what does he think and da-da-da-da-da, all of that, right? But he does two things in the interview that I think are just very, very underhanded. One, he asks Gervonta Davis and focuses it on Teofimo Lopez. And he behaves as if Teofimo Lopez is the prize that Gervonta Davis is chasing, right? And because the way he phrased the question, he was like, well, Teofimo Lopez says he is not interested in fighting you because, whatever reason, right? He's doing other things. Trying to act like it's the Teofimo Lopez's choice that the fight ain't happening with Gervonta Davis. Dude, that is nonsense, okay? And he clearly implied it. That's nonsense. Gervonta Davis is the money dude. And Top Rank don't want that fight. And why don't they want that fight? Because Gervonta Davis can beat Teofimo Lopez. Straight up. Now, that's a difference. Now, let me be clear. There's a difference between will beat Teofimo Lopez and can beat Teofimo Lopez, right? When you have a fight that is relatively even matched, if you have 5 fights, it could come out different depending on the day. Things happen in a fight that change. So if you put Teofimo Lopez in the ring with Gervonta Davis, Gervonta Davis can win. Now, Gervonta Davis said, this is the reason why Teofimo Lopez said it. Now, watch. Max Kellerman puts him in a situation where he's got to answer a question about why Teofimo Lopez don't want to fight him. At diminishing this dude. Because, dude, he's the cash cow. That's like asking Floyd Mayweather Jr., hey, Floyd, this guy Sean Porter, who just beat Kell Brook. This guy Kell Brook that just beat Sean Porter. You know, hey, man, he says he don't want to fight you. Floyd Mayweather Jr. could look at it and be like, okay, Kell don't want to fight me, so what? I'm saying, what do you mean he don't want to fight me? Oh, I'll tell you why he don't want to fight me. And that's what Gervonta Davis gave him a little look. He said, I'll tell you why he didn't want to fight me. He ain't got no footwork. And he's going to be drained to make that weight. That was his answer. And that's an excellent, excellent answer. Excellent, excellent answer. He said Teofimo don't want to fight me because he doesn't have the footwork and he's too big and he's so big that he's going to have a hard time making weight. And he's like, dude, I'm only a 130 pounder. I'm not really a 135 pounder. I'm a 130 pounder. But I'll beat him. Now, what's the other thing? Now, is that true? It could be, it couldn't be, but it's reasonable. Okay? It's very, very reasonable. This is the thing that I thought, wow, Max, you're really going to try this? He then starts to politely dump on the fight between Leo Santa Cruz and Vasily Lomachenko. Between Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Because he compared the victory of Teofimo Lopez over Vasily Lomachenko to this fight between Gervonta Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. And treated it as if, oh, Teofimo Lopez just got done beating this incredible guy. You're beating Leo Santa Cruz. And who's Leo Santa Cruz? Everybody knows you're going to win. So when are you really going to fight somebody? I sat back and was like, really? Are you serious? What is the difference, practically speaking? Really? Take all the hype out of it. What's the difference between Vasily Lomachenko and Vasily Lomachenko and Leo Santa Cruz? On paper. Because people always want to talk about the numbers, right? It's always the numbers, right? Well, what are the numbers? What's the resume say? His resume says something like 37-1, right? You got Vasily Lomachenko, who at the time of the fight was 14-1, right? So Teofimo Lopez can fight a guy that's 14-1, and they could be like, oh, what a great champion. Come on, this is his third weight class, right? Because it's like, yeah, he's 14-1, but he lost one time in his second fight against Orlando Salido because Orlando Salido cheated, but then he moved up 3 weight classes and he won 3 belts. And now that's right. That's why Lomachenko is such a good matchup for Teofimo Lopez. Now, let me ask you a question. Is Teofimo Lopez bigger than Vasily Lomachenko? Way bigger. Way bigger. The guy's going to wind up at 147. So let's compare the scenarios. Teofimo Lopez, who ain't never fought nobody else. He ain't fought Pedraza. He ain't fought none of the other ex-champions. Even if you don't like Hugo Chavez, you don't like Yuriorkis Gamboa, you may not like these fighters, but Tank beat multiple champions. How many champions did Teofimo Lopez beat besides Vasily Lomachenko? The answer is none. Now, compare Leo Santa Cruz to Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko is what? He's on his 3rd division? Well, shit. What is Leo Santa Cruz on? He's on his 4th division. 5th division. 118, what was he? 118, 122, 126, and 130. This is his 4th division. And he only has 1 loss. So what's the difference between him and Vasily Lomachenko? And guess what? Leo Santa Cruz's loss did not come to Orlando Salido. It came to Carl Frampton. Carl Frampton's a higher level fighter, according to the resumes, than Orlando Salido is. Right? So what's the difference? The only difference is is Max Kellerman's opinion of them. So watch what he did. He once again puts Gervonta Davis in a situation where he has to respond to Teofimo Lopez saying he doesn't want to fight him. That's like interviewing. That's, to me, that is akin. Obviously, I'm going to exaggerate the comparison, but that's like, dude, that's like Bill. That's like you asking a billionaire whether or not they care if somebody, took a job with them or they took a job with somebody else. What would they care? Like, dude, that he didn't want to, man, yeah, sure, he didn't take my job. Dog, I wasn't going to hire him anyway. Okay? And that's what it is between Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez. Dog, Teofimo Lopez act like he don't want that fight because of the fact that he ain't getting it. Y'all want to make him some big superstar. He ain't there yet. But anyway, I do have respect for him. But look, man, I'm hearing a lot of no's out of him. No Haney, no Gervonta, no Lomachenko rematch. Dog, what you guys are trying to do, and I've talked about this in other videos, is you're trying to take this dude and move him off to make-believe land. Never, never land where all the stories that you wish about him are true. No, dude, step out that magic closet, get into a real room and start fighting these guys, man. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think. And with that, I'm out. Peace.